who is a senior journalist and a senior lecturer. Good to have you, Insurance. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Well, just like the said, when you promise, you fulfill your promise. They are different from some certain people. And from 2005, and they've been promising lecturers.
Don't mention names.
Today,
don't mention them.
Nothing has happened. But one thing that is so certain is that during the rain like this, at least, but although we're going to have late rain this year, so with a lot of conditions water, it's just that our people should just please dumping of refuse inside the water channel only create problem for us.
True.
That is the thing. And majority of these government officials, they don't live where you live. So you are doing it for yourself. You are creating problem for yourself, not for them. So please, don't let us drop refuse. If I know the way it is now in some areas, forget all the drainages is filled up. It's not good.
Well, it's not good. Anyways, that being said, let's even talk about the bad food now, since you said that. Now, this is happening in the state where we had media, not the media business, they really carried this online, where we had trucks conveying limestone. Now, trying to avoid a Gridlock somewhere, decided to take another route and end up, tumbling down. And well, I do not know if there was any casualty, because as at the time of getting this video, I'm reporting it when they were trying to remove some of the limestone away and to make sure that the driver and whoever was on the other side of the city passenger seat were alive. So let's watch this video where trucks were actually trying to convey limestones full and trying to avoid Gridlocks. Something like that.
You have killed your citizens. You have killed your citizens. You see? See bad road. Oh my goodness, this is a bad side. Oh my goodness, I saw this thing live. God Almighty. How would these people survive? Only if this driver can survive. We are still attempting. An attempt is still being made, if possible, for the driver to come out alive. He's still breathing. He's still talking. We are hoping if this will be a survival last chance. Governor Dapo Abiodun, you have yet again rendered another life because you failed to construct the road, the main road. You failed to construct the road.
This is not federal road, though. Please don't take this place again. It's not federal road. Look at what happened here. Assuming children are on school children are on their road. What will happen?
In a country that is filled with milk and honey, and the citizens are dying like chickens.
This is terrible. Look at it. They all go at it.
Don't let me have it. Anyways, you're welcome back. Now you can see that road was really bad. Well, let me start with you because I know you've applied some of these roads a lot, Mr. Nuruddin.
Even the place that I happened, I know the place. And I don't know what the driver has to go and take this place. The main road is that. Tortoise of the alternative road. And that one is not alternative, it's inside the street. And that is one of the things. What is important here is this. I think Ogun State government, His Excellency Prince Dapo Abiodun, it's like Ogun State is now synonymous with bad roads. That does not mean his government did not do any road at all. Although the roads that are so much important to the residents, it's like it's fall short of it. I recall that about last 2 weeks ago, there is a place called Seriki around Ifo, where cholera is on the verge of killing a lot of people because of the dump site that was neglected for years. Thank God that he sent some certain people around and they're already evacuating. Please, a lot of people, especially people in Ifo Adult Water local government, they are suffering. They are suffering. Seriously. That Ifo, I don't know the inner road, which place is better off. Talk less of the main road. And between Songo under bridge, I get you get to Yano Joju, from Yano Joju to Ichako is a terrible place that Ogun State government, by the governor himself, that is going to fix it, that he has gotten a relief from the federal government for him to do it, and they are going to pay him back. What has happened to that particular road?
Okay, what? Go ahead.
So I just tell you, at least less than 2 years to go, the governor should play it. There are some rules that are priorities. Some rules are priorities. Look at from Songo down to Ijoko. Do you remember that one part of the road was done by the former governor, Senator Dukula Amosu? That was 6 years ago. About 7 years ago, during his government. And the other parts, and this road has a lot of companies flying that road, and they are not sharing. A lot of accidents that is happening between Ijoko and Songo. Almost weekly, there is at least 2 accidents. The same way is Ifo. Do you know that you have to drive from Songo down to Ijako? Especially those rainy season. I saw somebody that did a live Facebook last week. Said 3 hours. This place that they are talking about is like this galaxy to the junction of Ogunlana Drive. 3 hours, 3 hours. Yanojoju, that one has become a swamp. So the government should please, because you are going to use all these things to campaign. I don't know what you are going to use to campaign for those people that is living in that particular area. It's not good.
So,
anyways, let's share.
when you say that it's going to use it to campaign, why are you saying that? I mean, does it need their votes? Does it need their votes? You know, these things are deep, right? And it's very sad. You know, when you watch that video, you realize, I knew immediately from the tone of the voices recording that people had died. You know, people had died, and that's why they were crying and shouting and all of that in English. And that is the story of Nigeria. It's very unfortunate. So when the National Orientation Agency says, be positive, it is the positive people in Nigeria that will eat the good of the land. In fact, the positive are already eating the good. Congratulations to them. But these people that just died now, they will no longer have an opportunity to be positive. They're dead. They've been killed by Nigeria. Look, how long are we going to have these perennial road problems that you can, this Lagos that is the El Dorado of Nigeria, where Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Asiwaju, did so well in Lagos, transformed Lagos into, I don't know what to call it, so much so that we now rewarded him with Nigeria. In this Lagos, in this Ikeja, the kind of terrible roads that exist, you know, and Ikeja is an example because Ikeja is the seat of the state government. So the roads are relatively good in this area. And yet here, what's the name of this road? Ajao Road that connects Awolowo to Wemabode Estate, Adeniyi Jones.
Okay.
That place, towards the end of it, is already going, you know. And that's in Ikeja or CBD. If you just extend your way outwards, Ogba, Agege, go towards Shangisha, you know, just go behind the major highways, your eyes will be filled with tears for this country. And either car damage or loss of life. There is one collateral damage or the other that Nigerian citizens are suffering because of this terrible infrastructure situation. And it has become perennial. It's as if there is no solution. Why? At the end of the day, there is no connection between performance, accountability, and your stay in office. Which is why I like the way he ended, reminding the governor that you will campaign. What are you going to campaign with? Unfortunately, if he goes for 8 years in that office and not lift one single finger, we have a lot of governors like that. When he finishes, he's going to the Senate. And he will win. He will get there. Why? Because the electoral system is flawed. It does not deliver the will of the people. And this is not just now, it is our problem as a society. So for me, when I saw this video, it's just symptomatic of our very deeper issues. Whether it's roads, whether it's hospitals, whether it's electricity, people are dying in droves regularly. as a result of the failure of governance. That was a sign of failure of governance. And I think those are the things that we need to speak to. So whoever is responsible for that road, fix it. If not because of election, okay, we know you don't need our vote. At least fear God now. Is either you are afraid of God, Allah, Shokmono, or Ogun. Pick one of them to be afraid of that will inspire you to spend, even if it's only half of the budget, on the purpose, so that people will stop dying. That's my view. I feel that we're going to keep talking about these things until we fix our fundamental issues.
Very true. I agree. Chris.
All right. The saga of bad roads in Nigeria. Whenever I see such, unfortunately, the nation is littered with bad roads. So, seeing bad roads in Nigeria remind me of one thing: underdevelopment. And I keep asking myself, considering the wealth of the nation, the potentials of the nation, and I'm wondering, what are we doing with underdevelopment? Okay? And then you see these dead trap roads all across the nation. And then I'm like, why are we stuck here? Why are we stuck here? And then it just tells me one story of shameless people that cannot be shamed. That's what it tells me. Because how can you be comfortable relatively with what we have as a nation in terms of potential, in terms of wealth, and then we have this kind of roads? I mean, we should be ashamed. But unfortunately, shameless people, you can't shame them. That's the terrible thing with the managers of this nation. Okay? Having said that, and again to Nigerians, of course, yes, we don't know what we want. Because sometimes, even the road that government are trying to put together and fixing, you see I've seen Nigerians questioning, saying our road will go chop, saying that they are hungry. So for me, the hypocrisy of Nigerians beats me. As horrible as it is that we have this kind of horrible roads, and when government eventually try to fix one, maybe out of 10 or out of 20, try to fix one, the same Nigerians will be saying our road will chop, and when something happens, we'll be crying again, government has killed us. We don't get the balance. So we don't see what we want. We can easily drift to the extreme on this side, if that's what it means for us. We can easily shift to the other extreme, if that is what we want. So we don't exactly what we want as a people. So for me, I think it's about time that we should drive government to invest massively in road infrastructure, because people don't seem to understand the weight and the beauty of having sound network. Because number one, for easy movement. For me, years back, going to Apapa is like telling you to go to hellfire. You want to avoid Apapa with everything. But when, the development got to that point, and then we go down what to do there and all of that, it's a sweet sale. Do you understand? That's what should be all over. And again, the days of good road, commerce for commerce purpose. Movements of goods and stuff like that. Sometimes in the urban area, food stuff that we're complaining of even coming up now, they are stuck in the farm there. They can't be transported down to the urban city. Why? Because of bad roads. Yet we don't see the need for government to invest in road network. And again, I think when Trevor Fashola was the Minister of Works, the government came up with that tax credit scheme with companies fixing road. The money they have paid for tax, they divert it to road infrastructure and all of that. I thought it was a beautiful policy. Awesome. There should be aggressive continuity in that direction so that these roads will be fixed. It is shameful that Nigeria is at this age and time of global development, we are still struggling with such horrible roads. And as somebody said, even around the Kenya, Lagos and all of that, you see some roads, you'll be like, what is happening here? There are some roads you get to somewhere in Yanapaja, what's that, whatever, and then you'll be like, and they come here to canvass for votes? Do you understand? And yet the roads are this way. But in all honesty, there's other areas too that have known from years back were next to hell and have been fixed. Yeah. Particularly when Abdul was governor, go around that Adura side, whatever, he did marvelously well with road infrastructure. In fact, he did about 22 roads in one locality like that, like that expanse, whatever, and that's beautiful. What I'm trying to say here is this: well, if you have ever traveled in this country and you see the beauty of road network, and then you see the eyesore with our roads in Nigeria, you will crave for good roads. So I'm of the opinion that government will invest energy and resources in fixing roads. But when I hear the same Nigerians shouting, "Na road we go chop," it just beats me. And I'm like, are we just confused, or is it just soullessness that we don't see the importance of roads? And then, anyway, maybe for the sake of just criticism.
Sorry, let me just jump in very quickly. I know you wanted to say something. You know, this point you make, Chris, it's at the heart of our problems as society. Whether it's roads we're talking about, whether it's electricity, anything infrastructure related that you can't reap the immediate benefits. People are impatient. They want something quick now. However, there is another more important narrative that we need to continue to point out and attack and speak against. The middle class elite, who in spite of seeing the truth, who in spite of seeing the rot and the corruption, continue to sing the praise of government people because they are eating. You know, at my age now, the majority of the people in the echelons of leadership in this country are either my classmates, my former colleagues. We all know each other. Is a nexus. And as a result, you know, you are benefiting from that connection one way or the other. And you now discover that all of a sudden your conscience, that soulness you refer to, the people that can speak and government will move, their mouth is full. They can't talk anymore. Yes. So the ones that you are talking about that will say Narobi go chop, they're the poor. They're poor, they're impoverished, they have been battered and bruised by life, created by the incompetence and the corruption of the leading elite. So I don't blame them. The people that I have a major issue are my friends, colleagues, and contemporaries who continue to lie to themselves. They will convince themselves that, wow, Nigeria is doing well. What is wrong with you? Why are you always negative? Don't be critical. But the truth is staring us all in the face, and we're suffering from the consequences. So those people that just died now, the truth has killed them. But you are telling me that I should be lying, and I should say that Tinubu is doing well, or one president or one senator is doing well, until we fix this problem of the conspiracy of silence by the middle class elite. Now here we did. We'll just continue to make small progress here and there, and we'll continue to suffer with bad roads.
On the issue of road we go shop, those Nigerians saying that they are very, very right.
Happy?
They are very, very right, and I'll prove it. Look, when presidents give portfolios to ministers, we have portfolio in charge of roads, yes or no?
Yes.
We have minister for works,
yes,
yeah, true.
And we have minister for agric.
Yeah.
And all these people, they have ministries. And it is the part of dividends that the president wants to give. That's why I appointed them. Now, if people ask government for what they want, as how it's transported into benefit into their life. Am I communicating now? If I'm living in a street where it is bad, am I going to be asking for good road? No. I'm not going to be asking for good road. I'm going to be asking for what it benefits me. Yeah, true. Somebody that before he has 3 children, 2 of the children have finished SSCE. Is the government that pays for them? One government now came. He said, "No, I'm only paying for WAEC. I'm not paying for NECO." I mean, are you getting what I'm saying now? Now, another thing again is this. A kind of a parent that cannot, his salary cannot take care that the food is so expensive for that particular family. You think he's not going to ask for more food? As much as it's the duty of the government to give us good road, it's also the duty of the government to give us good welfare package, which food is very, very important. You understand now? Majority of these people don't want to know that they are going to take the food pass through the How the food is going to be affordable for them? How it's going to be available for them is what they don't want to know. And it's their legitimate right. You understand now? If they said, if they don't see road, that okay, you said road, we are going to do it. They normally do road for a very long time. In fact, the bad road we are talking about, people will die, some people will not die. I mean, yeah. But food, if you don't eat food, you are going to die. Don't let us deceive ourselves. So they have the right to ask for anything for their government. They voted for that government. That government is their servant. They will do everything. Some people in their area, like Blossom area now, light is the problem. Maybe in my own area, water is the problem. In the Mr. Jupiter's area, is almost whatever. Their own is that they need good road network. Maybe in Jensi's area, their own problem is out. that they want to clear the tax. You understand now? Everybody has their own problem. Because these poor people, let me tell you, some people, the only benefit they get from government, the only benefit some people get from government is because their children are going to office. That is the only, some people, because they don't have good road, they don't have good security. Primary health center, that one is like a mortuary. General hospital, if they don't know anybody there, they should not even go there. Because anybody that take patients there will become patient. So, how do you want that person to feel? So, automatically, they have the legitimate right. If you are not a governor, if you are not a senator, nobody is going to tell you that you should give them food. Anybody that is doing that, you are the one that is selling your soul. But for the fact that you are representing people, they see you making more money. They see you eating chicken. You now ask other people, just be patient. It's going to be better 1 year. So 2 years.
Be positive. Be positive.
Be positive. Your mind, you need to be positive. Nigeria is going to be better. They don't see hope for you because you are making money. You are living life. You are telling people don't know what hope is there. But they are not seeing hope. Even their children are not seeing hope. Maybe because I'm living in Agege. And I always tell people, I'm proud of where I stay. And it's a choice that I want to say is Agege. It's not that it's a force. But one thing there is that I want to see an environment where I'm not going to be seeing hundreds of people seeing me on the road. I want to see a situation where people can feed themselves. I want to see an environment where I walk freely and I'll see people being happy. People are hungry. People are hungry. People are not happy with the government. I'm telling you, and that is the fact.
All right. Thank you very much.
Just wait a minute.
I don't want us to talk about this for.
I would have loved it to just be a minute to make the response to that.
Please permit me, please. We just have to read messages.
But I thought I was mistaken. I was taking out of context.
No, I understand.
Yeah,
Because we just need to move on to the next topic, please. Let's read this message. This one says, "Good afternoon, everyone on the show. Good afternoon, everyone on the show. People are dying, and this is not new. It's the politicians. It gives the politicians joy. Do not worry. Time will tell." That one is from our viewers. Well, anyways,